Hey families, welcome back to LNB Perfectly Imperfect. And if you're new here, this channel is for families who want to build their family or themselves financially without falling into the debt trap of the American system. Today we're talking about another thing of this American system that affects almost every household, which are credit cards. Now, I know credit cards are advertised as an helpful tool with rewards, points, cashback, but for too many of us, it becomes a chain that keeps us trapped. So in this video, we're going to expose the truth about credit cards, why it is keeping us trapped and broke, and practical steps to break free from the credit card and never look back. Part 1, the credit card trap. Let's be real. The credit card is not designed to help you. It is not designed to help you. They are designed to profit off of you. Let us talk about the steps of how this trap works. Step 1, they give you a shiny piece of plastic with a $2,000 limit that makes you feel powerful. Step 2, you spend that money because it feels like free money. Step 3, the bill comes, but you can't pay it all, so you pay the bare minimum. Step 4 is that interest kicks in. And now instead of that shoes costing you $50, it costs you $120. Those are the steps of the credit card system for you. And then you're going to multiply that by groceries, by gas, by emergencies, and then all of those together will sum up to thousands of dollars of debt. And the truth is, credit card companies, they make billions of dollars off of what? People who weren't able to pay their bills. People who are paying interest on their money because they're paying just the bare minimum. That's where credit card company makes their money. How do you think they're able to advertise so well? They're able to ship you many mails of credit card offers that you did not ask for. How do you think they're able to do those stuff? Because of the millions of people that are in debt. All the people that are in debt and are not able to pay their bill, and they're paying interest on those by paying the bare minimum. Those are the people who is paying for all of that. That's how they make their profit. Not because of the responsible adults, the responsible persons who do what they're supposed to do correctly with the credit cards. And for immigrants, the pressure is even heavier. We're told you need credit to survive in America. You can't rent, buy a car, or get a job without credit. And here's the truth. You don't need debt to build your future. You do not need debt to build your future. You need cash, consistency, and discipline. That's what you need. Part 2, emotional and cultural pressure. Let's talk about the deeper issue. Why we feel the need to reach for a credit card in the first place. One is survival mode. This is when emergencies happen and the card feel like the only step or the easiest step that you can take to help in that emergency. how you feel is that it's better than taking out a loan, or it's better than borrowing from a family member. So you use the card. But the truth is, you would not need to reach for the card if you had an emergency fund in the first place. You wouldn't need a loan or need to borrow from a family member if you had an emergency fund in the first place. Two is cultural expectations. For many of us, saying no, no, feels shameful. And this keeps us in the cycle of swiping for appearance. You swipe that card to look better. You swipe that card to pay for stuff that you can't afford, for gifts you can't afford, for trips you can't afford. You swipe that card to do things that you can't afford. The third one is American dream illusion. And this is where the system tells us that debt is normal. That debt is normal. That carrying a balance is just adulting. But ask yourself, is it really freedom if the bank owns your next paycheck, your tomorrow's paycheck, before you even work for it? Is that freedom? The bank owns your paycheck before you even work for it. How is that freedom? As you see here, breaking free from credit cards is not just a financial thing. It's also an emotional thing and a cultural thing. You're saying, I will no longer live as a slave to the lender. That's what you're saying. Giving up credit cards is you saying, I will no longer live as a slave to the lender. Part 3 is how to break free from these credit cards, from the system. All right, so how do we break these chains? This now is a clear path of how to go forward. Step 1 is to stop using them today. That is the first step. Stop using your credit cards. If you're not able to manage your credit card, if you're going into debt because you're using your credit cards, stop using them. Stop using it if you're not able to pay your bills. Stop using it. And paying your bills in full, not the bare minimum. This is where you're going to take that credit card out of your wallet, cut it up if you need to, get it away from you. Leave it out of your space. And if you know that even if you take it out of your wallet, you're still going to go back for it, cut it up. Cut it up and get out of debt. So step 1 is removing that option of going more into debt. 2 is to build that starter emergency fund, that $500 to $1,000, which preferably is $1,000. Build your emergency fund so you don't have to go back to credit cards if there is an issue. If there's an emergency, you don't have to go back to credit cards. 3 is to switch to debit or cash. And this is all depending on you. Where are you? How comfortable are you with managing your money? Because if you're still not able to manage your money, even though you cut up those credit cards, if you're still having an issue, if you're still struggling, it's best that you use cash. You see what you have. You see what you have for the rest of the month. It is there physically. If that is not an issue, you can use your debit card while using the budgeting app, keeping a track of where you're at and what you have already spent. and what you have to spend for the rest of the month. This is going down to if you can't pay for it with the money that you have, that means you can't afford it. Period. You cannot afford it. 4 is to list all your credit card debts. You're going to list all your, not just credit card debts, all your debts. But for this, to list all your credit card debts is to see the truth of where you're at. So all your cards, you're going to list them out. What's the debt that you have right now? What's the current interest on it? And the minimum payment. So facing the truth is very powerful. You'll see what is actually happening with credit cards. You'll see where you're at. And then 5 is that you're going to pick a payoff method. That being the snowball method and the avalanche method, which were both mentioned in a previous video. The snowball method being paying off the smallest debt to the largest debt, and that builds momentum. The avalanche method is where you pay off the highest interest first, and then you continue going up to paying off the lowest interest debt or loan. Further into that, the snowball method is for faster wins. That's why it builds the momentum, because you clear some of the cards faster, meaning that you'll build up that momentum. You'll think, yes, I'm doing this, which you are. You are doing that. And then with the avalanche method is in regards to saving money. You're going to save a little more if you use the avalanche method. But should you use the avalanche method or the snowball method? Which one is going to work for you because of your mindset? Is it paying off something where you can see the progress? Because with the avalanche method, you might not see that progress that easily, because maybe your largest loan, your biggest credit card, is the one that has the highest interest. So that's going to take longer, and it's going to feel like you're not doing anything at points. And then you have the snowball method, which you clear out the smaller loans, maybe $200 on that card or $500 on that one. Those one and will be cleared. It will also put a certain amount that you were paying minimum on those ones to the other card, and it will build that momentum, but it won't be saving as much money. So where do you think you'd like to be? 6 is to automate payments. And this is where you're not going to just rely on memory to pay your bills, to pay off your cards, to pay the extra that you're paying on each card, to pay it down, to get rid of that debt. This is where you automate from your bank account to these credit cards, where they pay off more than just the minimum, so you are not building interest on each month, and that you're paying off each of the cards faster. This is going to help that you don't miss a payment and rack up more fees. 7 is that you're going to celebrate each victory. Each card that you pay off, you're going to celebrate it. When I say celebrate, I don't mean, oh, you're going to a restaurant, or oh, you're going to keep a party or anything like that. It's just keeping people that are important to you in the gap. So it's like you speak well with maybe your best friend or your mom. It's like you going to them and be like, oh, I got rid of that credit card. I paid off all that credit card. you being happy, them being happy for you. Someone that's going to be happy for you, for sure. You're going to them and you're going to be happy. They're going to be happy. And it's going to build that thing, that momentum for you to continue. It's that praise that you need to continue. So it might be buying an ice cream, being happy, going to the park. It doesn't have to be something that you have to spend a lot on or anything at all. It can just you talking with your people, treating yourself to something small. This celebrating your victory, it is to motivate you to keep going. It is to tell your mind that you did something correct, that you're making progress. It is to help you and could also potentially help your family, because if they see you doing something which makes you happy, it allows you to be free. They might even be part of that. They might start doing it themselves. They might start paying off their own credit cards. Let's remember, things like these, they don't happen overnight. So don't expect everything to be gone by tomorrow. That's just not how it works. So please be mindful with yourself. Do not rush yourself. Do not be stressed out in 1 week time because it doesn't feel like you did that much. Every little counts. Each step is a step towards freedom. Part 4, how life feels without credit cards. Imagine this for a moment. No more dread when the bills come in the mail. No more arguing with your spouse about overspending, about debt. No more late fees, and no more interest. Instead, every purchase is made with a peace of mind. This is all because it is paid in full. Families, this is not just financial freedom. That's emotional freedom. And that is the life that we're building here at LNB Perfectly Imperfect. You have the power to choose differently. Take those cards out of your wallet, set up your emergency fund, and take back control of your future. If this video encouraged you, drop a key down in the comments to declare that you're breaking free from debt. And share this with someone that you know is drowning in credit card debt. They need hope, and you can be that person for them. Don't forget to subscribe to LNB Perfectly Imperfect for more videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. Together, we're building lives of freedom, no debt. I believe in you, so let's break free one step at a time. The quote for today is that chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken, by Warren Buffett. And the Bible verse is Proverbs 22 verse 7, and it says that the rich rules over the poor and the borrower is slave to the lender.